Hey guys, welcome to Somebody's Mama podcast. We're your hosts, Kendra and
Nicole.
we thank you guys for joining us for another episode today. This is episode 71. And if you guys are watching on YouTube or Spotify, hey y'all.
Hey.
Thank you guys for joining us so that you guys can see our faces. And thank you, listeners, as well. So we're going to jump right into the episode. Nicole, how was your weekend?
So, it was my son's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
He turned 8. But the thing about his birthday is some weekends it's raining, some birthday weekends it's sunny.
Right.
And you never know, what it's going to be like.
Right.
So this year it was raining.
Oh, yeah, it was.
And we really wanted to go to Disneyland, but we were not going to get caught up in the rain.
Mm-mm. The rain at Disneyland is not. It rained for Kendra's birthday.
Oh, yeah. And we were like, we can't do it.
No, it's a waste.
So, we were struggling. We're like, okay, what are we going to do? We were just struggling.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up at Dave & Buster's.
Oh, nice.
And he loves video games.
Mm-hmm.
And they had VR headsets and stuff. So he had a ball. And I remember on the day of his birthday that I was like, oh my goodness. He said like a couple weeks ago that he wanted to go to Dave & Buster's. This could work.
Perfect.
And so, but down to the last minute, we were working on it. Long as we had the ice cream cake.
That's all he cared about.
We had to have that. But he was like Universal Studios, Disneyland.
Everything outside.
Everything that's outside. And so we almost went to an indoor playground.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad we did. We went to Dave & Buster's and it worked out.
Yeah, Dave & Buster's is cool.
Oh, and then I told you guys that I was going to the mommy event.
Oh, yeah. How'd it go?
It was
your
good.
Business mommy event.
Yeah, it was a business mommy event. And it was fun. When you go to stuff, you're lucky if you find one person that you really connect with,
This is true.
And I found one person, and I really liked her. I thought she was really nice.
Oh, good.
And then after I met her, I left.
You guys didn't exchange info?
No, yeah, we did. We did.
Good.
And then I went to dinner at Maggiano's with my friend Danielle. Hey,
oh, nice.
Danielle, she watches and listens to the podcast.
Hey, girl.
She's a day one.
All right, now.
Day one of the podcast.
Appreciate you, girl.
And so we went to Maggiano's and we had so much fun. But we're just, chatting, spilling the tea.
Mm-hmm.
But listen.
What?
I don't go out, right?
Right. I'm so proud of you for even.
Yeah. I made plans for afterwards, right?
Right.
And the bartender asked for my ID.
You could tell she don't go out.
He asked for my ID, and then we're in like South Coast Plaza,
right?
And so it's very like,
mm-hmm.
It's very uppity, right?
Right.
And he was like, blew up my spot. He was like, "Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this." Because we were sitting at the bar, and so that's what. So he has an ID. Everyone at the bar, I would think, right?
Right.
But he blew my spot up. He was like, "Oh my gosh,
you look so good.
You look so good." I was like, "Are you trying to get this tip? What's going on?" I'm like, "What's going on? I look good."
Yeah, girl, you look about 20-something.
Listen, I was like, "No."
Yes.
No. But what about you? How was your weekend?
So this weekend I actually went to Atlanta for the first time. ATL shawty. My best friend recently moved there, and so before she even left, we planned a trip to go visit her and see her place. And I love her home. She lives in like a high rise. It's so nice. I was like, the first day we just looked out the window, like literally, because we got there like 5 a.m. their time, took a red eye. And so when we first got there, we were all excited to be there. We was pumped, and then we got tired.
Yeah.
So, and her couch is so comfortable. So everybody got blankets. We took a little nap, woke up, walked to the store. She made us breakfast, and then we took another nap. We didn't make it out the house until like 8:30 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so we ended up going to dinner at like a lounge. So in Atlanta, like you can get good food pretty much anywhere.
Really?
Yeah. So it was like, it was a lounge, but it was like, to me, it was like a club.
Oh, okay.
Because they had a DJ, music was pumping, but it was really nice. They had like at the bar, instead of like regular seats, they had like swings.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it was really cute. And so we ordered everything off the menu. The food was so good.
That's the way to do it.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. And then we went back. Like, my friend's boyfriend was like, y'all not gonna go out? Like, listen, we are aunties, okay?
Yeah.
We ain't going out. We tired. Like, we already went out. They had music. We did a little dance, had a little food, a little drink. It was good. Home by 11 p.m.
Not even midnight. Let's get home. I don't blame you.
We had a good time. Like, we went, we ate, we danced, we had a good time. And then the next day we went to OLG, Candy Bird's
I've been wanting to ask you about that because I saw it and I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and we met one of her aunts, and she was so nice, so sweet. The food was okay. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I gotta go every time I go to Atlanta. Like, I feel like you need to go for the experience. The food was good.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, oh, my favorite. Like, the other place we went to the night before, Boogaloo, their food, I would go back to that restaurant when I go there. But the food was good. It was decent. But the atmosphere was nice. We had a good experience. And then one of my other friends that lives there, she's into real estate and buying properties and things like that. Oh, nice. So she took us around to see where we can like buy investment properties and stuff like that.
We love that.
Yeah, so it was really nice. She took us around to some properties that she was looking at. So that was like a really cool experience. And then, child, we ended up at a day party. Now that's my vibe. If I'm gonna go out, take me to a day party, because when we left there, it was about 9:30, and that's perfect. You go home, take a shower, relax, right?
Right.
But it was so cool because, in LA, I haven't been out in LA in a long time, but the last time I did go out for like somebody's birthday or something, everything is sections. Like, you gotta buy a table, nobody's dancing, everybody's kind of just standing around bobbing their head.
Yeah.
No. We went there. The place that we went to, I guess they don't do sections. So you're meant to go there and have a good time.
Oh.
They played all the music that you would love to dance to. Oh. Everybody is dancing, having a good time. It was not uppity. It wasn't like, it was very comfortable. The people were nice. Like, everybody was like, oh, y'all are such a vibe. Because me and my friends, you could tell we ain't been out.
You guys, I was like, oh my goodness, that looks so, as I'm in my blanket. Like,
right.
Oh, wow, that looks fun.
You can tell we don't go out because we were dancing like it was 2005. Okay. I like had the time of my life. So
good.
It was a really good time. Yeah, it was a great weekend. I don't have any complaints.
I was going to ask you about it too. And I was like, I need to save it for the podcast.
Save it for the pod. Yeah.
That's the thing about having a podcast. You like, okay, I'm going to just wait. I'll wait.
Right. Yeah. So it was fun.
You know what I like what you guys posted when you guys were in the ATL, which you were listening to LA music. You were Cali Girls in the ATL. I like that. That's a good name for a podcast too. Cali Girls in the ATL.
That is a good name for a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend, she has a Jeep. And so, like, she opened the top for us. And it was cold, but we didn't care. We were rolling around.
Vibing. Running on vibes.
Yes, running on vibes. And then I tried Slutty Vegan.
Ooh, how was that?
It was pretty good. The only thing I didn't like was they use Hawaiian rolls. I don't care for Hawaiian roll on a burger. And that's the only thing I would change. But the actual flavor of the burger was really good. The sauce that they used, everything was really good. The fries, immaculate for a fry, but it was really, really good.
See, I've always wanted to try them, but I don't think they're out here.
No, it's only in Atlanta. I think they bring a truck out here every now and then. But I was just happy the line wasn't like wrapped around the place. So I think they have a few locations now. That location was right next to the place that we went to the day party.
Oh, okay.
So it was perfect.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we tried as much food as we could. The last day I said, give me a green juice. Like, I literally went and got a green juice. I was like, I need to cleanse all this out. Like, we ate this out. All the lamb chops, greens, mac and cheese, fried everything. Like, give me some green juice.
See, I'm surprised you said that because I came across a meme recently that said food in the ATL, like, you guys need to do better. And so
as far as what?
I wasn't expecting you to say the food was good, because people were saying like in the comments that the food in ATL, that the price wasn't matching the taste or something like that.
I feel like for that can happen anywhere. Like you just need to know where to go.
That's true.
Like, and I'm sorry, we from LA. We used to, when me and my friends go out, our bill is like $400.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, because we like to order appetizers, we order drinks, we order entrees, like we ball. Out there, we ordered the same way we did. Like I said, we ordered pretty much everything off the menu, and our bill was like $250.
Oh.
So I was happy with the price.
Yeah.
One place we went to, it was under $200, and we each got drinks and food, appetizers, and everything. So for me, I don't think the price was that bad. Like for $8, that's a full rack of lamb.
Oh, because I don't be going out to eat with a bunch of people.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah.
I'm like, brunch.
Yeah, and brunches could be a little bit cheaper.
Brunch can be
like, I'm talking about when we go like fine dining, we usually are spending like for sometimes $500.
Oh wow!
Because my friends eat steak and all that, so
and
we always order like that. We order oysters, like.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to come eat with y'all one day.
Yeah, come eat with us, honey, because we gonna try everything.
I'm gonna make sure to bring my cash.
Yeah, we gonna try everything, and so and it was so funny because we have our system. We all pretty much eat similarly.
Yeah.
So we'll order a few appetizers and we just share everything.
Just split it.
And so when the bill comes, they're like, "How many times do we need to split it?" And blah 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 blah. We're like, "No, one card."
Oh,
and then we just Venmo or Zelle each other.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what I always see on Venmo. People sending people money for.
Yeah, it's so much easier. It's easier on the waitress. It's easier on everyone. Just give her one card and then call it a day. Everybody just send whoever. And then like a couple of us have Amex, so we be trying to get the points. So it's like, no, I do it.
Like, give me them points, okay?
Yeah. So yeah, girl, you have to come out to dinner with us.
Oh my goodness,
we have a good time.
I'll be in a relationship with my bed.
For real. Okay. I ain't mad at you because that's the best part of the night. I was thinking about that yesterday. My favorite part of the day is the end of the day when the kids go to bed and me and my husband sit on the couch and watch our shows.
Yeah.
Like every day we have our lineup. Like we're going to watch Below Deck or we're going to watch Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD. That's the best night. Like Wednesday nights is the best.
See, lately, I've been letting my husband pick the movie, and he's been falling asleep.
Oh yeah, my husband always falls. He usually falls asleep about 9:45. And so then, if it's a show that we both watch, once I notice he fell asleep, I just pause it, tell him to go to bed, and then I continue watching something I want to watch. Because if not, he's gonna ask me the next day, like, "So what happened? What happened?" I'm like, "Nah, I paused it." So we can finish it later.
I let him pick. Usually, okay, so we won't watch a show, but we'll watch a movie.
Okay.
And so he picked Black Adam, and I don't usually do Marvel. I'm just rom-com. And I finally was like, okay, just go ahead. You pick one. And I was really into Black Adam. It was so good.
We don't really watch a lot of movies.
And then he was like, it's slow. And he fell asleep. Oh, yeah. I'm like, this is good.
I'm all in. I've been watching Jenny and Georgia on Netflix. It's so good. Jenny and Georgia. It's Ginny and Georgia. It's about a mom and a daughter. The mom has had like a super hard life. She had her at 16 and she robbed, killed, and stole to get them to where they are. And so it goes back in time with her life and everything, and then her daughter ends up finding out all these things that her mom has done. And yeah, it's good though. And then all these people start coming back in her life, and it's really good. So I've been watching the second season of that.
See, I for a long time wouldn't let myself watch good TV. So only it's been about a year or so that I've maybe over two years now that I let myself watch good TV. And I am always watching The Bachelor. Oh yeah,
that's her jam.
And I wasn't gonna watch it this season because of Zach, but
is it good?
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have to
switch over.
I'm gonna have to watch it. And I told myself I'm not going to watch it because Zach is so boring. And there were so many other good people to pick for The Bachelor.
Yeah.
And they just picked and he's from where I grew up. Mm. And that's kind of triggering because it's like,
ew. Yeah, no, I don't watch The Bachelor. I do.
I don't recommend it. I don't think it's a good show to watch. But it just, those producers on that show.
Yeah.
And the editing.
They loop in.
It's so shady. It's just so shady.
I mean, that's reality TV for you because if they
No. Did you see is it Hulu? They're taking all the people from Love is Blind and like 4 other shows.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's like a mystery murder or something.
Or it's called The Ultimatum of something, or I don't know. But they're taking like 4, like I know Love is Blind. Oh, Selling Tampa.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I saw that, and they were all sitting at a table or something like that.
Well, I just saw it because Bartiz or whatever.
Bartiz
was on the intro. I just saw the trailer, and I was like, if Bartiz is there, I'm there.
Drama.
Because Bartiz is a hot mess.
Oh, my goodness.
And the girls from Selling Tampa are there. Like 2 of them.
Okay.
Did you watch Selling
Tampa?
Tampa?
Yeah, I like Selling Tampa.
That's a good show.
Yeah.
Selling Sunset.
Selling Sunset in my jam, too. But Selling Tampa was good, too.
Yeah, it was good. They should have brought them back. But over the weekend, I know this is off topic. Over the weekend, I saw the broker, Sherelle, from Selling Tampa, hanging out with Selling Sunset. Even Jason was there. No, but Jason was there.
Of course.
But her show didn't get picked up.
So, but they're not are they the producers?
I don't know. But the thing is, this new season of Selling Sunset is only in a couple months or something like that.
You think she's going to be on there or something? I mean, to me, it would make sense for them to hang out because they're the same franchise.
I know, but her show didn't get picked up. So, but what if she is on Selling Sunset? What if she makes a clip?
She could be. She could.
I hope so.
Yeah, she could. But it makes sense because all those shows, they all hang out with each other. Yeah. Because when they have events and stuff like that, like they celebrate the franchise.
But don't you feel like they got cut? So I don't know.
How do you know they got cut?
They didn't get renewed for season 2. It was a big deal. Over the summer, it was announced that Selling Sunset got cut. So then I see Sherelle hanging out with Jason and 2 other people from the cast of Selling Sunset were there. Yeah. I was like, oh my goodness, if Sherelle comes on Selling Sunset.
But they don't live in LA, they live in Miami.
I know, but
she could come.
That could be, but one of the people on Selling Sunset, the girl that had 2 babies, she lives in Florida and comes back. Remember, the one lady? Yeah.
Oh, so maybe you think he's gonna do like he might do another brokerage with her?
I don't think they would do a brokerage together, but something's going on.
Or like have her work there or something.
Something's going on.
But I wouldn't, if I had my own brokerage company, I wouldn't go work.
And she's only like 35, 36.
And she's marrying Ocho Cinco.
Did you hear what he said when he proposed?
What?
I'm sorry, y'all.
She all off topic.
I'm all off topic. Okay, last but not least. When he proposed, he said, what did you say? If I propose, you will give me a cheeseburger. And she was like, okay, yeah. And he was like, yeah, you'll give me a cheeseburger to go with the fries, right? And he was like, if you propose. And she was like, yeah, whenever you propose, whatever.
And he was like, here, where's my cheeseburger?
And then he proposed and was like, and don't forget, you said you're going to give me my cheeseburger.
Oh, my gosh.
He calls their first child fries. They call them French fries. So when he proposed.
Like a nickname.
Yeah, he calls
so he wanted another baby?
Yeah, he wanted another baby.
Okay, I was like, where is this going?
I know, I'm sorry. He wanted another baby. And I was like, could you imagine being asked for a second child while being proposed? But I think it was their thing, Yeah.
And he's odd. He's a little odd.
Yeah. He's funny.
Well, good for them.
Yeah, good for them.
Okay, so we are going to move on to our mama moments really quickly. You want me to start?
Go ahead. Yeah, I've been talking a storm. I got coffee before we got here.
Oh yeah, she's hyped up. We need coffee because we do this at night, y'all.
Yes.
Okay, so my son Bryson, my 3-year-old, my last baby boy, he started preschool, and it was. Before he started, I was telling people, he's going to be starting preschool. Yeah. I'm excited. And everybody's like, oh, you're going to cry. You're going to be so sad. I'm like, no, I'm actually fine. Like, I'm excited for him to start and like be around other kids,
right?
Get those social skills and things like that. Child, my anxiety kicked in like 3 days before he had to go. I was looking at my husband like, is he really gonna go?
Is he ready? Are we
really gonna put him in the hands of other people? Like, are we really doing this? And he's like, I don't know. You think we should do it? I'm like, yeah, we got to do it now. We did all the paperwork,
right?
But yeah. So he started, and it was just so sad because first of all, he didn't want to wear the backpack. They make them wear a full size backpack, and Bryson is small.
A full-size backpack?
They have to wear a full-size backpack because they said that the things that they send home won't fit in like a little small toddler backpack. So we were putting the backpack on him, and he was just like... And then I made the little sign because, it's his first day of school. So I made the little sign, trying to get him to hold it. And the picture is hilarious.
Yeah, the picture is so... I felt bad to come. I was like, should I not? Should I?
It was hilarious. He was like... He was so upset. So then once we started walking towards the school, he looked a little bit happier. And then when we put him down and put the backpack on him, he lost it. He was holding on to the gate. Aww. He was like, no. And so the teacher was like, take your time. So it took us a couple tries because I was like, I'm not leaving him like this.
Yeah.
Like, he's visibly upset. I'm not leaving him like this.
Right.
And so we talked to him, hugged him, whatever. And then the teacher came over and then she picked him up. Once she picked him up, he was fine.
Oh.
And so we let him walk through the gate. He wasn't crying anymore. And we're like hiding behind the wall, peeking through the gate. My husband is like, we're behind the wall and he has his phone this way, trying to like take pictures so we could see his face.
Oh my goodness.
So we looked over and he was smiling. And so I was like, okay, I can leave now. Like, I feel okay. But he's only there half day. The teacher said he did great. And when we picked him up, he was all excited. And like, I was kind of like peeking through the gate again before he walked out just to see like what his mood was. Was he upset?
Yeah.
He was happy. Child, but they was trying to get him to walk in the line. Hilarious.
Getting 3-year-olds to walk in a line is like 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, even 8-year-olds walking them in a line is.
It was so funny. All these little kids with these big backpacks trying to like walk in. It was hilarious. So it was a good experience though. So
that's good.
Yeah,
that's good to hear.
Yes. How about you?
So over the weekend, it's my son's birthday, like I told you guys. Mm-hmm. And for Christmas, he overheard Mimi and I talking about Christmas gifts, right? Uh-huh. He wanted a Oculus.
Okay, yes.
A VR headset. Uh-huh. Now, I don't think... I've seen a lot of people his age get them, but I just wasn't comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, he plays video games now.
That's enough.
That's enough. Like, I don't want that attached to his head. You know?
Yeah, I feel the same.
And so she said she was going to get it. I was like, no, do not get it. And so he was like kind of upset because he was like, didn't get it or whatever, right? But I never heard of this Oculus, right? Uh-huh. And when I had brought it up to my husband, he was like, oh my gosh, I would love one. I want one of those.
Adults love it. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so I got my husband one for Christmas, right? Oh no, for his birthday. Mm-hmm. So I got my husband one for his birthday, right? Mm-hmm. So once in a while, my husband will let him like put it on for a few minutes, but it's very like controlled, literally like less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's
like,
good.
Like maybe even 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then my husband barely uses it, but when he does, he gets a little dizzy and the battery doesn't last long anyway. Mm-hmm. And so it's a good workout though.
Yeah, because you can do
different stuff.
Put anything in there pretty much, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So anyways, over the weekend, my son was like, oh, I want an Oculus. And my husband was just like, well,
we have one.
Well, when you get a little older or whatever, something like that. And my son says, catch this. This is what my son says. Dad, I'm going to start a YouTube and I'm going to get my own money and buy my own Oculus.
These kids too smart.
He was like, and then I was in the other room, but I could hear. And I didn't hear my son say that. My husband told me that later. Uh-huh. But I heard my husband say, Austin, That's a really great entrepreneurial spirit.
But no, if I said you can't get it, you can't get it, period.
He was like, that's a very great entrepreneurial
how much money you got.
Because he's like, I can start a YouTube and get my own money and buy my own Oculus.
He said, I don't need y'all money.
Yeah, he said, he was like,
son,
them kids on
YouTube.
It's not
about the money, son. Okay.
He was like, I can just buy my own.
Oh my God. These kids are too smart.
I'm like,
that's a good segue into our topic too, because these kids be doing the most.
Okay?
The absolute most. Yes. So today, I don't know if you guys have been buzzing around TikTok, Instagram, social media. There has been conversation about icks. Mm-hmm. So icks basically are things that kind of like bother you or get on your nerves, or like even the definition. I have to look it up, child, because this is a Gen Z thing or whatever.
Yeah, very Gen Z.
Things that might disgust you or kind of like get under your skin, like that.
Yeah.
So we decided that we wanted to do motherhood icks.
Yes.
So in our motherhood icks, it could be something about our kids. It could be something about being a mom in general, or things that we have experienced in motherhood, pregnancy, yada, yada, yada. So one of my first things is, I feel like this is something relatable. All of our kids do it. Mm. When your kids ask for something that you're eating, or if they have to say like, what's that? And put their finger in it. That drives me crazy because I am a germaphobe. Do not put your dirty paws in my food. And it'll be something like, my son has even put his finger in my cup before because he wanted to touch the ice. And I'm like, bro. Bryson does that all the time. Can't leave an open cup around Bryson because he likes the ice. So he will literally dip his hand in your cup and take the ice. Kendon, he just wants to like touch it because I guess it looks, I don't know.
Yeah.
Get your fingers out of my food.
Yeah. That's understandable.
Ick.
Okay, so my first ick is, okay, after you have your first child and you're pregnant with your second, people just automatically assume that you want the other gender. So like, I had a boy, my first child. Mm-hmm. So people just automatically assume, oh, you're hoping it's a girl, huh? You're hopefully, or they'll even say like, oh, hopefully it's a girl, because then you have each.
Right.
And then when you're pregnant with a third, and then they're like, oh, do you know what you're having? Like, oh no, I don't, or I don't yet. Mm-hmm. Or you just don't want to share it.
Right.
And they're like, oh, do you have any kids? I'm like, yeah, I have a boy and a girl. Mm-hmm. And they'll be like, oh, then the third one, oh, it doesn't matter. Like
it don't matter to you.
Like, why do we even have this conversation?
Right.
Like, why are you worried about if I'm having a boy or a girl? The focus is healthy, okay? That's
right, it. Right. That is so funny because I have that on mine too, kind of. Like, when people ask me, because I have two boys, they always ask,
oh yeah,
when you gonna try for that girl?
Yeah,
you gonna try for that girl? Come on, you gotta get your girl. First of all, ma'am, I didn't remember inviting you into my family planning.
Right.
Okay, so that goes along with what Nicole was saying. Like, this is my family plan within my family. Like, whatever my family's desires are, I don't have to share that with you. I think it's something naturally that people do, just kind of like to strike up conversations and like things like that. But it can be annoying, especially if you're hearing it all the time, constantly. And like, I get it. Some people want to just make conversation, or they want to show interest in your family or whatever, but it can get pretty annoying, especially for me and my husband have always planned to have 2 children. No matter what we got, we were going to have 2 children, no matter the combination. And people still ask, and we voice that to people, like, no, we're 2 and through.
Yeah.
And they're like, come on, you got to try for that girl. You got to try for that girl. And I'm like, actually, there's no such thing as like, I would never know. Unless I did IVF, I could not plan for a girl. So you want me to keep having kids?
Who's taking care of them, childcare and everything?
Now I started telling people, like, maybe if I could guarantee that I would have a girl, then maybe I would think about it. But no, I don't want no more kids. Honestly, I just don't. And that's my prerogative. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, and that's all. That's my business.
That's my business, like Auntie Tab said. Okay. But I just think it's weird that people like have that conversation all the time, because it's like there's no way that I could guarantee. There's no such thing as like trying for a girl. Like,
no, it's
you could try all you want and still get a boy, or twins, or triplets.
I knew someone who just kept trying until they got a boy, and the boy happened on like the 7th.
Yeah, I saw that on TikTok too. A girl, I think she was on like 8 or 9, and she finally got a girl. But see, my mom had 4 boys before she had me. I'm not going down that road. Yeah. And that's just my choice. You know what I'm saying? I think I have the capacity for 2. Yeah. Now, if the Lord wanted to do otherwise, then I would accept that. But it would be very hard for that to happen.
I'm going to clip that.
It would be a miracle.
And miracles happen every day.
They do. Because I have done my due diligence. I have done my due diligence to make sure that does not happen. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
It would be a miracle.
Okay, so also when we look down, we're looking at our notes.
Yeah, we have our little notes, so we can stay on track.
You know what? What icks me so much? Like when you're pregnant, people are so nice to you.
You don't like that?
No, I love that.
That's my favorite part.
But the second you have that baby, it is so humbling how people turn it around and like flat out ignore you compared to when you were pregnant. Like when you were pregnant, people will run to open the door. And then I'll never forget the first time I went to the grocery store postpartum after delivering my son. And I was just like,
y'all go open my door. Y'all see this big old stroller?
No, but I went by myself though.
Oh, you didn't have the baby.
I didn't have the baby. Oh. And I just thought, oh my goodness.
You're just a regular pedestrian now.
Yeah, I'm just a regular schmegular. And I was just like, that bothered me a lot.
Am I not special anymore?
Yeah, so I kind of enjoyed every time I was pregnant. I was just taking advantage of all.
Oh yeah, that was one of my favorite parts about it.
But that icks me. Like, you should be nice to people all the time.
Get that extra treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That was it.
Yeah. What's another one? Oh, this one really icks me. I want to say irk. Okay.
Yeah.
So whenever I go to an event, or like even if I go to a friend's house, or like any type of event where I don't bring my kids, why did you bring the kids?
Oh yeah.
Or when they invite me to somewhere, they're like, oh, you should bring the kids. And I'm like, isn't this an adult situation? Like if it's a kid party, or if it's made for kids, whatever. But I'm not one of those people that's like itching to bring my kids everywhere, because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm always with my kids. So it kind of like bothers me when people are always like, you didn't bring the kids, you didn't bring the kids, you didn't bring the kids, you didn't bring. No, I didn't bring them kids.
Like them kids is not here.
I'm trying to get a break. Okay.
Yeah, don't you understand?
You want to come pick them up? You can come
pick
them up.
The event I went to, it was kid friendly, and people brought their kids. And I was like,
now that's different. If it's like, if we're going to something.
No, but it was like a mommy financial event.
Yeah.
And then they had this play area for kids, and I'm like, I have the option to.
Yeah, like if the daycare is optional, it's for people that don't have another option to leave their kids at home. I do appreciate things like that where it's kid friendly, like if I need to bring them.
Yeah.
But if we're having a girls' night at your house, I'm not bringing my kids. I know you want to see them. We can schedule a play date for you to see them on a different occasion. Yeah. But if my kids are there, I have to watch my kids.
Yeah.
So, and I think sometimes people that don't have kids don't really understand that fully. Yeah. Because when my kids are there, I can't just engage in conversation. Right. I can't just sit at the dinner table and enjoy my meal.
Right.
No, I have to cater to them.
To watch them.
It's not that I don't want to be around my kids. It's just that if I come here, I'm not here to enjoy myself. I'm here to cater to them.
Right.
So some people go to events, and once they in the door, their kids go do whatever. I'm just not that type of parent. I'm like constantly watching.
Right.
And I'm constantly making sure no one's hurting themselves. No one's hurting my kid.
Yeah.
Nobody eats nothing they're not supposed to eat. Drinking nothing they ain't supposed to drink.
Running out to another room.
Running outside. Like, you can't just, when your kids are there, you have to keep your head on the swivel. And of course, you can still enjoy yourself, but to a certain extent.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
This is kind of triggering, but it's an ick I have. Okay. Just, I don't know if it's an ick. It's kind of triggering, but I don't like, and maybe this is not ick. Maybe this is not ick. You can tell me if it's an ick. Okay. I don't like, if you have one child, right? And then if you have a pregnancy loss, right? People are like, well, at least you have one.
No.
Like, completely dismissive of the loss.
Yeah. And yeah, that's an ick for sure.
It's like, what?
Sometimes I think people just don't be knowing what to say. And if you don't know what to say, you shouldn't just say anything.
Yeah, you shouldn't just say anything. Like, well, at least you have the one. Like, what?
You could leave it at, I'm sorry for your loss. Like, you could literally leave it there. That is so much better than saying, at least. No, there's no at least.
There's no at least.
Because, no.
It's still alive. Especially if you planned on going through with it.
Right.
And then it's just like, it's very traumatizing.
Right.
But to, on top of that, say, well, at least
you could try again.
Or or you could try. It's
like, bro, that was still my baby. Like,
yeah. So that irks me.
Yeah, that's an ick for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So just a little advice: don't say that. Okay.
Don't say that.
You don't know what to say. Just say, "I'm so sorry for your loss."
Yeah.
Okay. You know, it's another ick for motherhood for me.
What?
Now, this might not happen to everybody, but it happens to a lot of people I know.
Okay.
The bottom belly. Like, after you had one kid, okay, cool.
Yeah.
After that second kid, that little bottom belly ain't going nowhere. Now, we talked about this before. I've never had a flat stomach. But the whole bottom belly situation,
it's an ick.
I didn't have that issue before I had these kids.
And you know what? I was just talking to Joshua yesterday, and because I was sending him people, like, with surgeries and
to
stuff.
To get a mommy makeover?
Yeah, and he was like, I don't like that. I don't like the I sent somebody who had surgery. I didn't know it was a BBL page.
Oh.
Because I
like,
just sent
no BBLs.
And so he was like, that guy's really bad at doing the BBLs. I'm like, I didn't know it was a BBL page. But yeah, that thing, you know what? It's hard.
It's hard.
You have to have the surgery.
You have to. Even my friend who is slim.
Yeah.
Like, she's very slim. She still has the pooch. Yeah. A lot of my friends that are very slim, they still have the little pooch. Unless you go get a tummy tuck, it don't go nowhere.
You have to have the abs put back together.
Yes, that's the part people don't talk about. They're like, oh, just work out.
Yeah,
oh, like, go do crunches. Like, no, when
it's separated, you can't.
You can't.
And I figured that out because I watched this YouTuber, and she was working out so hard. 2 YouTubers, actually. They were both working out so hard, like eating right, just the whole night.
Yeah.
And then they were like, I just ended up having to have the surgery. They were like, there's no way to burn this off. Your abs are dislocated, and they have to be sewn back together. And then once they did that, they were cool.
Able to get the results that they desire. Yeah, because I've seen people work out, you know, and the rest of their body is toned up, everything, but that little mama pooch, they call it a mama pooch for a reason.
Yeah, for real.
Right. I'm like, bro.
Okay, so my ick is, I can't stand when people talk bad about moms. I don't like it. Like, I don't care if you're talking bad about another mom, your own mom, like any moms. Like, because once you're a mom, you realize, like, how hard it can be.
Yeah.
And you realize, like, the pressure that society puts on you to act a certain way, to look a certain way, to have your kids be everything a certain way.
Yeah.
And it's like, now that I'm a mom, I can see how people have really, really bad moms because they just weren't able to pull it together.
Yeah.
And
you got to be really headstrong.
You have to be so headstrong to get up every day and keep these kids, like, together, and the homework, just the whole 9.
No matter what you're personally dealing with, you still have to show up.
So I understand, like, some people have really, really bad relationships with their moms, but I always feel like once people have their own kids, they give them more grace. Because also, you could be a really, really good mom, and your kid can still have a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
And you don't have any control over that.
No control over that.
And you can be just A to Z on it.
Yeah.
And that your kid can still have a bad experience.
Yep. Because they still have to go out into the world.
Yeah.
And you can't be with your kid 24/7. You could teach them. You could teach them street smarts. You could teach them book smarts. Yeah. You could like show them life experiences. You could do your very absolute best.
Right.
With all the resources in the world.
Yep.
And your kid could still end up in a situation that's harmful to them or that puts them, you know, on the streets or whatever. Like,
I saw this video that Josh sent me, and it was such a good video. Mm-hmm. It just showed how the brain works and how like each person is their own human being, and that your genetics or what you have, just such a small percentage of you goes to your child in a neurological way.
Right.
And that really all we can do is guide them.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like with that guidance, then you have choices.
Right.
So once you get out into the real world, I was talking to my mom about this the other day about like how I feel like parents should do a better job with the transition from 18 into the real world. Like, you know, a lot of times it's like you turn 18, there you go find a job and figure it out. And then you wonder why people end up in these situations where they can't pull themselves together.
Right.
You literally went from a child where your parents took care of your every need to now go find a job,
right,
and fend for yourself. And sometimes it's not that drastic to where it's like you still have a roof over your head and everything like that, but now you're responsible for your bills. But even that, I feel like needs more guidance. And like parents do their best. They do what they were taught.
Yeah.
And then I feel like we all do a little bit more than what we got, but we're still not always put in the position to like help our kids, you know, fully. But I feel like we could do a better job in society of that transitional phase of being a teenager into adulthood, even going to college.
Yeah.
You still figuring it out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you got room and board and food, but the other things that come along with that, like you're still figuring it out. And like a lot of times we hear like, oh, well, I had to figure it out. You can figure it out too. But we don't have to do that.
No, we don't.
Like, so with my kids, I plan on, to the best of my ability, like kind of like teaching them like, okay, this is how you pay bills. This is why we pay the bills this way. This is how you budget. These are the type of jobs that you can look for that could put you in a better position to be able to make the money that you need to survive, not just go get a job.
Right.
Like, what type of job do I need now? What type of skill sets do I need to learn to get to where I want to be? Like, we didn't always get that specific guidance to put us in a position. Like, I remember being like, dang, I never knew about that career. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like our parents, they don't know either sometimes. Like they know specific things. And so I feel like just with our generation, we could do a better job with our kids and making sure that they're not only set up financially, but like mentally.
That's something we talk about a lot in my household is that 18 and up. And something my husband always says, he's like, I'm not going to kick my kids out. If they want to stay here, they can stay here. My husband, they can stay here as long as they want to stay here. And they can bring their wives and they can bring their husbands.
Yeah, that's where I draw the line. And I'm like, and we have a compound, cool.
Yeah,
they all coming up in here.
I was like, well, Joshua, that would, that, like you said, that would have to be a compound and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I'm okay with that. And I'm like, oh my goodness, it'd be like Jamie Foxx. You know Jamie Foxx?
Jamie Foxx, the comedian?
Yeah, his household is like him, both his parents that are divorced, his siblings, like his like he has a lot of his family in his house.
Yeah. I mean,
he got a compound though.
Yeah. Okay. See, a compound is cool. I saw this girl on TikTok. Her whole family, they have like acres and acres of land. Yeah. And everybody has their own house.
I love that.
So like her grandmother, her parents, her siblings, their spouses, they all live on the same like neighborhood. Their neighborhood is their family.
See, I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
So there's a house in Corona. There's a street, and there's a street where they have like all this grass in the front, behind the firehouse.
Yeah.
And so I told my husband, I was like, oh my gosh, wouldn't that be like the coolest house to buy? Because then we could put a little house leading up to our house for all the kids, and they have their own little house in front of our house.
That's why I like those super homes with like the in-law quarters.
Yeah, that's dope.
My parents would never leave their house, but if they would, I would love to have them like in the in-law quarters like there. I have a friend who her mother-in-law stays in their
oh, that'd be awesome.
They have a super home.
Love that.
Yeah, love that as well. Another one of my icks is why do kids get sick in the middle of the night? Like, why you can't get a fever in the morning so we could go to the ER at 10 a.m. instead of 10 p.m. to be in there all night? Like, why does our bodies work like that? Like, because I did read something, because one day I was just like, why does this happen at night? Googling it. And it has something to do with our body temperature and like
hormones.
Like once you go to sleep, everything settles in. And like, that's why kids get fevers in the middle of the night or whatever. But I'm like, why y'all gotta get sick in the middle of the night? Like, I can't stand it because I'm already like, I don't get the best sleep all the time. And my son will be like, that's another, I'm combining two icks. The whole screaming mommy thing. My son will scream from his room, bloody murder. Mom! In the middle of the night. Wake me up out of my sleep. Mom! And I'm like, well, what's wrong? What's going on here? Oh, can I have some water?
Oh, the water. Oh my goodness, the water.
Boy, the water, and I know about the water. So I put the water bottle right by the bed.
Yep. And
still. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Or, I understand sometimes kids get scared. They have night terrors, things like that. But the way he screams, and then it's not just for things like that. It'll be in the middle of the day. And, Mom! Yes, Kendon. I come to him. My TV isn't working. I said, Kendon, come to my room so you can see how I feel. Come to my room. Now, what's the problem? Okay, now take your remote back in your room and figure it out. Because you calling me from the other side of the house to do something that you could do yourself, it irks me. So I told him, I said, Kendon, it's very rude to scream for someone. If you need something, you come find that person and you have a conversation with them. Because the whole screaming of the mom all day long, I'm like,
and they don't ever scream for dad.
No,
they don't ever.
Never. And it's usually nothing like serious.
Right. It's nothing. In the middle of the night, if my kids scream, my husband goes because he know they just gonna be screaming. I know that's bad.
I just know I started doing that with Kendi because he used to just want company. Like he didn't like sleeping in his room, so he would just want company. And then he started sleeping with the TV on. And so if the TV goes off or if I turn the TV off or whatever, he wants somebody to help him turn it back on. And he knows how to do these things. He just wants somebody to come check on him. Or he'll say, Mom, can you come check on me? Like when I'm staying up at night having my little mommy time and I'm in the loft area, it's right behind his room. Mom, are you still there? Are you there? Yes, Kendi, go to sleep. Okay, well, I was just checking on you. Go to sleep, Kendi.
Just go to sleep. Sleep. Bedtime is an ick in itself, to be honest, because
it's such a big to do.
It's like go to sleep, and then my kids will have these conversations, and so sometimes I'll record it, and then
like with each other,
about school and about like different
my brother
things.
Used to do that,
and I'll just be like, if y'all don't go to sleep,
go to bed,
but then it's like, oh, it's cute,
and
then
it's bonding.
Like, go to bed. Why don't y'all bond during the day?
No, that's a good one.
One of my icks is, what was I gonna say? Oh, I went above and beyond to buy them like the coolest beds. It's such a cool bed. And my ick is, why can't you sleep the whole night in your own bed? Like, I need you to sleep in your own bed. And the thing about it is, if you do get in my bed,
scoot over.
Just don't kick me in the face.
Can you sleep horizontally?
Yeah, because I don't understand why you see me sleeping like this and sleeping like this.
And you got to sleep like this.
And you got to sleep like this. And of course, they kicking me. And I can't stand it. I can't stand when they get.
Yeah, we had that for years with Kendon, but my back used to be toe up from knees and feet and butt, everything in my back. And so we just made a rule with him, like, you have to stay in your room. Like, you just have to. But when the sun comes up, if it's a Saturday and the sun is up, you can come and lay with us in the morning.
Oh, that's nice.
So he loves Saturday mornings because he comes, he nudges in between us, he gets up the butt crack of dawn.
Oh yeah.
And comes and gets our bed in the morning. Cool. Bryson, he likes to sleep in his own bed, so we're good there. Kendon, if we let him, he would sleep with us every night. But we were like, no, we couldn't do it because I was breaking up with crooks in my neck, in my back.
Your neck just be aching. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Or if one of us goes out of town, we'll let him sleep with us.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
I'll let them sleep in my bed when my husband goes out of town. But sometimes I still make them sleep in their own bed.
Yeah, you want your own space. Like, now I got the whole bed to myself.
Because listen, my husband is 6'5".
Oh yeah.
I'm 5'7". And we got the big bed. But 3 kids and us 2 in the bed.
All 3 of them?
Yeah.
No. Like when we go out of town, we make sure we have 2 beds now because like when they were smaller, we would just get one big king bed, everybody be in there. No. Y'all can go over there and we'll be over here.
Yeah, sleep in your bed.
Yeah, no.
What about you?
Another one that I have is, how many more do you got?
I think I got 2.
Okay, cool. The busting in the bathroom.
The what?
Busting in the bathroom.
Oh, I was like, what?
No, like Kendon, Bryson too.
Oh, yeah.
Bryson will bust, and he busts in like something is going on.
Yep.
If you leave the door cracked, boom. And then he'll slam the tablet on my lap, like, turn this on.
Yep.
I remember too, like when Bryson was much smaller. I learned, so I started going in the bathroom and locking the door. Like, y'all know, sometimes you be on the toilet and you're not even doing nothing. You just there to get a break.
Right.
And so, scroll only phone or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, I started going in and locking the door because I was just tired of them busting in the bathroom.
That's what we...
And then what do you see under the door? Little fingers. Mom, are you done yet? Are you done? And Bryson would just keep knocking on the door. He would just keep knocking on the door. And Kendon, Mom, are you done yet? I'd be like, no, come back later. Ooh. Come on, Mom, are you done? I need this, I need that. Or he'll just come and ask for things like,
I just be like, forget it.
Yeah, you just say forget it and come out. But it's like, dang, can I get 5 minutes? Like the tapping on the door. Or even if, like, the other day I was so tired after, I don't remember what it was. My husband was like, go lay down, go take a nap. So I try to take a nap. They're sitting, the both of them, sitting at my bedroom door is closed. They're both sitting at my bedroom door, right outside the door.
Scalp itch just thinking about it.
They're literally, like Bryson, I know it's him because
you can hear him.
Yeah,
you can hear him breathing.
Yeah, and he's like pushing his back up against the door because he's tired of knocking on it. And then they got like their tablets and Nintendo Switch and just cranked it up to the highest notch. And I'm like, hey guys, I'm taking a nap.
They don't.
Okay, we'll just wait for you.
Why do they do that? See, I feel like the second my kids get to the door, I can hear them breathing, right?
Yeah.
The whole I will just wait for you.
No, come back.
Or when I'm taking a nap with Araya, and we are taking a nap. Oh, Mom, I'll just wait for you. No, you're waking her up.
I know.
You're waking her up, first of all. She wake up, I have to get up. Right. I don't want to get up. I don't want to even nap.
Oh, they just don't understand the concept. And, like, there's never enough time spent. Like, that's another ick of mine. Like, there's never enough. You could spend, literally, sun up to sundown, playing with them, taking them places, buying them things, like, spending the entire day.
Right.
And then you say, okay, buddy, can you go in your room for a little bit? You don't want me around?
You don't want to play with me? You don't play with me?
You don't want to play with me? You don't want me to be in here with you? I'm like, actually, I don't. Like, we've been together all day.
I done bought you anything you wanted.
Yeah, everything you wanted. We ran around town for you today. Like, we did everything you wanted. Matter of fact, the whole weekend. Yeah. I just want an hour to watch my little show. Yeah. Alone. Without you talking to me the whole time. Exactly. That's another ick. Yeah. Kendall will talk to you the whole time. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't care. See, it's, you know what? These kids, bro. These kids. Okay. My ick. Okay. This might be kind of not, I don't know if it's controversial, but this is the thing. I saw a comedian talk about this the other day, and I was like, oh my goodness, I feel seen. Okay. When you pay for your child to go to private school, it's expensive. I ain't done it for that now. Don't have this parent teacher conference and tell me where my kid is slacking. You got 10 kids. Oh, yeah, no. In this class. You got 10 or 12. You got 10 or 12. I should have been known. Right. That we was slacking in this area because I paid too much money. They can't hear you on the Oh, I paid too much money. Yes. I paid too much. I paid too much. And I never heard anybody say that to this comedian. This comedian, he was, I think it was Joe Coy. He was like, you go to these parent-teacher conferences with the private school teacher. And he's like, yeah, I go to my little meeting. And the teacher was like, sir, we need to talk about how Jimmy and what we're going to do to get him back on track. What you mean he ain't on track? And then the guy was like, well, don't I pay you to keep him on track? And maybe that's not the right way to go about parenting. Right. Okay. Maybe that's not the right way to go. But I had to learn these things. Okay. Because I'm no teacher. Right. But I think also, too, like you said, when you only got 10 kids in the class, like I could see at public school, you got 25 kids. With an assistant. 30 kids, whatever. That's a lot. Like I give my kids teachers grace because I've been in the classroom and especially with small kids, it's a lot. So the parents, you do have to do your part at home because it's literally impossible for this teacher to sit down with each kid and make sure they're getting it. Like they walk around. But why wasn't I getting a packet? That's what I didn't know at the time, that I should have been getting a weekly packet because how am I supposed to be keeping on track? I don't even know. This is what's going on. What's my first kid. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah. And now that I see my daughter going through it, I'm like, oh, she got packets and stuff. Right. And my son, let me know what he's supposed to be doing so I can work on it. My son gets a better education at public school with 23 kids than he did with 12. And his teacher's a superstar. I'm about to say it also depends on the teacher. Because when a teacher is passionate and they care that the kid gets it, it makes a big difference. And so, like, we have to do our part as parents. But in a private school with 12 kids, you could literally sit down with each kid and like make sure that they, or at least send me a little note home. Why you wait till the after Christmas, the end of semester, like to tell me? We out in May. Nobody's focusing in school past January, February. When it hits March, once they're preparing for testing, kids are like our testing's already done by March. By March, oh yeah, it's like March, April, May, and then April is like spring break, and then they're out in May. True. So by March, them teachers be kicking back. So why we now in kickback? And now you're going to tell me. And I didn't already paid the whole year. Right. Ooh, I was hot. Yeah, that's not freaking. I don't know if that's an ick, but it made me hot. You got any more? Let me see. Oh, I guess. Oh, well, I kind of ended up going with the other one. Yeah. But I guess last but not least, I'm a very kickback casual person. Okay. I'm a very kickback casual person. My ick is like, my kid is not going to be just perfect all the time. So don't judge me because my kid coming into Target casual, mismatched.
and you took the time to do that, and I'm just trying to run in, I'm trying to run out. I'm trying to run in, I'm trying to run out. Don't look at me. I'm not looking at you. Don't make no eye contact. I'm running in and I'm running out. I'm running in and I'm running out. And I think because for so long I had to like dress in formal clothing to go to work every day. Mm-hmm. And now that I don't have to like do that, I enjoy my sweatpants because I couldn't for so long.
Right.
So now I'd be like, oh,
I'm comfy.
I'm gonna be comfortable. My kid gonna be comfortable, and don't look at us. But yeah, that's that.
That's good. Yeah, so these are our icks, you guys. So if you guys have any motherhood icks, make sure you guys comment down below. Yes. She's talking about, oh yeah.
I forgot we can do that now.
Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. Okay. But yeah, comment down below some of your motherhood icks and let us know. And if you guys are listening, you guys can leave us a comment on Instagram under the post for this podcast. What are your motherhood icks? And if you guys could do us a large favor, it's really not that big, but it may be big to some.
It's big to me.
Go ahead and leave us a rating or review wherever you're listening. You should be able to leave a rating or review. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe so that we can get some more subscribers and more people can see our podcast. Make sure you guys hit that like button and leave us a little comment. Let us know what you guys think, or if you guys can relate to some of these icks, or if you have some icks to add. We would love to hear from you guys. And we thank you so much for listening and watching. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Bye.